Out there, in the deep silence between the stars, a lone spacecraft drifts through the void. No crew. No lights. Just a fading heartbeat. A machine from Earth, born in an age of rotary phones and Cold Wars. This is Voyager 2. It was never meant to last this long. And yet, it persists. For nearly 5 decades, it has sailed through the Black Sea of space, across worlds no human has ever touched. Beyond Saturn's storms. Past Neptune's ice. Into the unknown. And now, it has sent something back. Not a photo. Not a sensor reading. Something else. A signal. Faint. Brief. Unexplained. A pattern buried in cosmic noise. A pulse that doesn't belong. Engineers checked the systems. Everything seemed fine. But this signal, it didn't come from Voyager. It came through it. Like a whisper traveling down a hallway no one was standing in. Scientists offered theories. Static. Interference. A glitch. But none could explain the timing. The structure. The strangeness. It lasted 2.4 seconds. And then, silence. No repetition. No malfunction. Just one message? Voyager 2 had crossed the heliopause, the invisible edge where our sun's influence ends. Beyond that, space is no longer ours. No more solar wind. No more warmth. Only the wild galaxy. And it's there, out in that raw, unfiltered deep, that the signal came through. This isn't science fiction. This is real. The spacecraft, powered by a decaying nuclear heart, continues drifting. Every day, it moves further from Earth. Every day, its power fades. And yet, one of its last transmissions may be its most important. Inside the interstellar medium, Voyager encountered something strange. High-energy particles surged. Plasma density spiked beyond what anyone expected. And the magnetic field, rather than bending away, held firm. Like something on the other side, was pushing back. The data didn't match predictions. The models broke. It was as if the universe had folded in on itself, and rearranged the rules. But the real shock wasn't what Voyager saw. It was what it heard. A signal too ordered to be random. Too brief to be natural. Like a knock at the door of reality. 3 bursts. Then gone. Was it interference? A cosmic coincidence? Or something reaching out? The people at NASA remained cautious. Quiet. But behind closed doors, the question spread. What did we just hear? Voyager wasn't built to receive. It was built to send. Yet somehow, it became a messenger of something other. And then there's the golden record. Attached to Voyager's body is a disc, etched in gold, built to last 1 billion years. It holds sounds of Earth. Greetings in dozens of languages. The laughter of a child. A map of our location. And a hope that if someone finds it, they might understand who we were. But what if something already did? What if the signal was a reply? We don't know. We may never know. Soon, Voyager 2's power will run out. Its instruments will fall silent. It will drift alone, unseen, unread, untouched, forever. But maybe, just maybe, the universe answered us. Not with words. But with a question. And it's up to us to keep listening. Because in the end, the most profound discoveries are not about stars or planets. They're about the questions they leave behind. And Voyager 2, somewhere, in the quiet beyond the stars, Voyager 2 drifts farther still. Its voice, faint. Its path, unknowable. But something it heard, still echoes. Since that 2.4-second signal, the scientific world hasn't been the same. Not because we understood it, but because we didn't. Mathematically consistent. Non-random. No known galactic origin. And then, silence. Not silence like emptiness, but silence like a pause. As if something spoke and waited. At first, it was dismissed. A cosmic hiccup. A digital mirage. But behind closed doors, quiet panic grew. Not fear of aliens. Not fear of invasion. But fear that we were wrong. Wrong about deep space. Wrong about the boundary between out there and in here. Wrong about being alone. For decades, we believed the heliopause was just a line. A border between solar wind and interstellar flow. But what if it's more than that? What if it's a membrane? A filter? A veil? Something intelligent wouldn't need to cross it physically. It would only need to touch it, briefly. And Voyager may have been in the right place, at the exact moment, to hear it. One theory? The signal wasn't meant for us. It was a ping. A pulse. A ripple in a much larger, invisible web. Like a sonar, searching for something. And Voyager, tiny and fragile, just happened to be in the path. Like a microphone dangling in a forest, picking up the howl of something enormous, passing in the dark. Some scientists call it the interstellar reflection hypothesis. That deep in space, radio waves might reflect, bounce, amplify through unknown mediums. That maybe, what Voyager heard, was a reflection of our own signal. But distorted. Altered. Echoed back by something else. Something with shape. And perhaps, intention. Others are more cautious. Skeptical. But even they admit, no known model explains it. No known object was in range. No known interference pattern fits. And the timing, right as Voyager entered the most unstable region of interstellar space, that's no coincidence. What if we've misunderstood the galaxy itself? What if magnetic fields, plasma clouds, cosmic rays, aren't just random forces, but channels? Conduits? Or worse, communication highways? Structures, invisible to the eye, but woven into the very fabric of the galaxy. And what if Voyager brushed against one? For a moment, humanity was listening at the door. And something knocked back. Just once. Deliberate. Fleeting. But undeniable. If this was a message, it was sent in the language of the universe, not with grammar or sound, but with rhythm. Structure. Pulse. And now, the question burns. What do we do with it? We can't chase it. We can't respond. Voyager has no steering, no transmitter powerful enough to send a reply. All we can do is wait. Watch. Listen. And maybe, build better ears. Because if something ancient, patient, and vast was listening, it might try again. Or maybe it already has. Maybe our instruments just weren't ready. Maybe our minds weren't either. But Voyager 2, that tiny, failing machine, was ready. And now it leaves us with more than just data. It leaves us with a challenge. To look deeper. To question harder. To stop assuming the void is empty, just because we've been shouting into it for years, and hearing nothing. Maybe, we weren't shouting loud enough. Or maybe, we were never meant to hear anything back, until now. Because sometimes, the universe doesn't stay silent. It murmurs. It hints. It replies.